there you can go through. So over there, and this is for all the sows who is pregnant.
Đây là heo chữa.
When we built everything together, and we were trying to make it so it was, so we have a what you call it, a road you can go, and it goes this way around and then in around in a circle. Yeah. So it was not too many times to go front and back.
Yeah. Cái phao này ông thiết kế là ngay từ đầu là heo đẻ, sau đó là sẽ tách mẹ, cai sữa, rồi nó thì nuôi lớn rồi bán ra cổng bên ngoài kia luôn. Không.
Where in Denmark was it? Where yesterday?
Yesterday?
Or.
Down here in this area?
About, yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not very far from here.
Yeah, maybe 15, 20 kilometers.
Okay. What was the farm?
The farmer Ebbe.
Ebbe?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Ebbe. This is, now here is the smell.
Yes. No, the other farm outside.
Yeah. That's where all this, you can see where when there is a gate.
They are pregnant?
Yeah.
Or?
Oh. I hope so.
How many for this room?
See, if you take down to that gate and up to here, that's for 1 week. And they say, so and in the fairing stable you were seeing also one for 1 week. So that's how it goes. And then the young ones who is pregnant first time, they are in another barn. And they are not getting into together with those ones before they have been given birth in the fairing stable. Because then they can better manage to go together with those ones when they're getting a little older, like persons.
Yeah.
And this system, it was law that we had to build so they can get out and walk sometimes a day. Out and in, but most of the time they like to stay in there. I think it's something with they are feeling more that nobody's after them and they are not fighting.
Yeah.
But that's the way it is. So it goes up and round and again round. Yeah.
I see the side ground.
Yeah, but that's the idea. Then they can get in and eat again.
Yeah, that's the long. So since you have worked as a worker and you will come back soon, what criteria for you when you choose a student to be a worker?
This one is little special because he's very fast getting smart. Because it's a problem. Our law in Denmark with these students that we have too big difference on the salary from student till the next.
Yeah.
So it's very hard for a student to stay after they have been student in Denmark because we can't pay that much like the Danish government or this area want us to pay when they are getting in again. but I know why they do it. The idea is that all the practicant, it's practicant. I say students, practicant. The idea with practicants it is that you like in Denmark that they are studying in theory, then they get some practice, and if they get that in Denmark or get it somewhere else, doesn't matter. But then they have to go home and do studying finish.
Yeah.
And if we want one from, and then one more thing is that they are outside EU. No.
Yeah.
So, if you're outside EU, then if we want one from outside EU, then you can take a practicant. But if they are not practicant anymore, then they have to be special good.
Yeah.
Because that's the idea. The Danish say you have to choose a Danish, and you have to look for a Danish before you look for somebody else. And if you can't find a Danish, then you have to look for someone inside EU. And if you can't find one there who is good enough for this job you want, then you can go outside. And that's why they want to get, they say, if you have to go 3 steps out, then it must be a very special, smart guy you get in, and then they have to have a very high salary.
Yeah.
So that's the idea. But it's not fun, and it's not a good idea if you are staying up here and you want to keep on going, because then you have to jump from these 16,000 till 30,000 on one day.
Yeah.
And it's not reasonable that you can get that smart on your job on 1.5 year, so you can take care of managing something like that. Because that's the idea. So why we take Fug up here, it was, the one thing was that he had been asking for if he could come back, or if we would help him find something else if we don't want to take him. The other thing is that we are needing very much some with head.
Yeah.
And he have a head. And he also very, he have that feeling like Mihai is the manager, that they want to make things finish. They want to make that this sow is getting very effective.
Yeah.
They will want to make the things, just this thing also have to be done. Oh, now the time is going, but we want to be finished. And we want to make the best we can do. And those guys are not very many.
Yeah.
Of that kind.
True.
Ken is one of the same kind. He also want to. He can also see that his job is something, and he want to make it better, just a little bit. We're looking every week. We make this management things, so we can see where are the soft point in, where can we make it better, and what did we do from last week till now. And that's some of those things like Fug. He was very interesting in seeing could make this a little bit better, this.
Yeah.
And somebody else is not to make them worse, but that's just the way they are. But one like John, he will never do these things. He will just
focus on work.
Yeah, and then if we tell him that you have to do, no, yeah, that's also good. Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And that's the most of the people now.
Right.
We got.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Yeah.
And I think it's it's all over the world, and but it's really something that I don't know if it's something with how the waste when from home or where it comes from, but it is something they are learning. The other thing is they are learning that if too many is saying you just have to work this and say, and then you have to ask that much in money, and you just go home. You just go when it's 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock, what else it is, because that's you don't have to take care of your job that way.
Yeah.
But the other ones, they are thinking that that this is my job, so it is an honor that it's good. If somebody will see this, then I can say it's me who have done that.
Yeah.
And that's Fug, and that's why we said, okay, we try to pay that much, because we need someone to be together with Mihai. So Mihai, he need a right hand, one more, so he can relax sometimes and use some more time for thinking and look at the food and stuff like that. Then he know that Fug is taking over. He know that he can take over if he goes on vacation or something.
Yeah.
And that's why we took him in, because we know that we can teach him pretty fast the other things, because he wanted.
Yeah. Thank you.
That was a long story, but I used it because it is actually very important. Those things, that we can find those guys and get them smarter, and they keep that it's also fun, so that it also gives me and everybody else that we have to be smart to make them also feel that it's okay what they do. Because otherwise we lose those ones too.
Right.
Like Ken, because when Ken started here, he said it was more. We take this little talk when they have been here some weeks, someone. What is your idea? What do you feel? And he said he liked this job, and but he had to be honest that it was mostly for the money.
Okay.
Okay, so we knew that, but now I feel that he also is moving very much, so it's not only for the money anymore. Now he wants, go to down there, and he even want to maybe starting something about pigs, and that's really moved a lot.